Good day, everyone. This is Forex with me live. Today, I'm trying to show you my setup, and this setup is what I use to trade the market. Now, I'm sharing this with you because I launched one of the indicators here on the first of this month. So, and before I launched it, I've been trading with it, and it has been very, very profitable, following the simple rules I'm going to be explaining now. So, what is this indicator? The indicator is sentiment indicator. So, what is sentiment indicator? Or let me just say, what is sentiment? What are the sentiments in the market? Now, sentiment in the forex market is just like a situation whereby we understand the positions where majority of traders are actually trading in the market. So either you trade the otherwise or you trade with the speculation of what majority of traders are doing. So that is what sentiment is all about. Now, I was able to come across this um, indicator to give me a sentiment in the market so that at the end of the day, I will be able to take good trades and also be profitable in the market. Well, understanding price action might also be an added advantage for you to trade forex market. But in place that you don't understand the price action, you can simply follow the rules I'll be showing you on this indicator. So now, when am I to buy? I am only to buy when I see my okay. Before I even talk about the time to buy or sell, what are the indicators I'm using? I'm using the Bollinger Bands here. I'm using the Ichimoku. Then I'm using the RSI. But for the sentiment indicator, whoever needs that or whoever needs the combination should DM me in my Telegram channel. So, what am I using all of this indicator to do? My ichimoku is to set me up for a trendy market, or for me to see a trendy market, while my RSI is to show me divergence in the market, or I trade above 50 level. So that is what my RSI is all about. But my sentiment indicator actually tells me the bias in the market. That is, whatever is playing out, whether it's the buyers or the sellers. For instance, let's take a look at this area, this very area where market cross the Bollinger Band to the top. Then our sentiment indicator shows green up. So, which means that we have the buyers in the market. We have the buyers in the market. Now, as you can see now, we take the trades and we trail it all the way up until the buyers are exhausted. And this is where the buyers become exhausted. Then, which means that even before this time, you should have closed the market. Then, partial sellers took over, or I say people closed their trades around there, because here in this sentiment indicator, you can also see a low volatility, which talks about what market is doing at a particular point. Then when there is high volatility, you can see the previous what is it called, the previous volume were very low, and now as it breaks the Bollinger Band, the volume becomes very high. that is to say higher than the previous volumes. So this about that. If we are to sell on this market, I want to go to the point where market actually started breaking to the downside. So let's see. This is where market started breaking to this downside here. We have good buys in this market. Then at the end of the day, market broke this level and begin to trend to the downside. Now, what are the signs that we see? We saw that the Bollinger Band was broken to the below, and um, there is also a yellow line that crosses the Bollinger Band. That's the middle band. And afterward, we started seeing ichimoku turning red, which is also showing us that a market is becoming bearish. And afterward, the cross, even before the cross, we have a sentiment indicator already showing us that sellers are in the market. Then from this point of view, we started looking for sales, and we took some sell trades to the downside here. Then let's look at this. As the market pulls back to the buy, you see the buyers also took over, and we started seeing a buy that shows a set of pullback. Then again, when the market with high volume breaks the Bollinger Band again, it started showing us a downward trend. And look at here, low volumes. When there were no low volumes, the sentiment indicator become smaller, smaller, smaller. So this is how the market has been traded. And you can see here that we have ranges. We have ranges around here. We couldn't tell whether we are going up or down, but something helped us because of this, and that is the Bollinger Bands. Market hardly breaks the Bollinger Bands here. So that's the work of the Bollinger Bands here. And let's see, when you see a breakout of the Bollinger Band, it shows that market is going to run, will probably become a trendy market. So we should be looking out for a trendy market when the market breaks the Bollinger Band. And once it breaks the Bollinger, it's not just breaking, the yellow line is crossing the middle Bollinger Band to show us a downtrend. Then ES2, as you can see, market breaks the Bollinger Band there, which shows us that okay, there is a high momentum, but I think the volumes are too much, whereby the sellers actually pushed it back, and we can see that in our sentiment indicator here. It came back down, it crosses again, and we roll it to the lowest, to the downside. Then after that, market ranges where it shows low volume of trades. Then at this point in time, you are not making any trade. As soon as you see something like this, you notice that there is market range. As the market was about to break, it comes back to the downside, which is very, very important in this kind of trade setup I'm showing you. When you see a buy trade and you see that it's not going beyond where you expected, you can always take your trade at the yellow, at the cross of the yellow. When the market is ranging, you can always take your trade at the cross of the yellow, either to the upside or to the downside, but your target profit is going to be on the Bollinger Band, on the last band. So that's where your target profit will be, because this is a range market. You can't tell where the market is going. So because of that, you take your trades around the Bollinger Band. There's no way, no how the market will not touch the Bollinger Bands, whether to the upside or to the downside, in a range market. So that's that about that. And once market breaks out and refuse to continue the break, or it breaks out and continue towards the its to become a trendy phase. For instance, here now on our sentiment indicator, we realize that okay, market breaks and begins to show a downward slope, which tells us that sellers are partially, in position here because the volume is still low, but we can, see that market is on the downside. So we trade this trend until we exhaust it. So how do we enter trades on this sentiment indicator? We enter trades only when the yellow line crosses the middle band. That's when it shows us that okay, we are actually in a trend. So as you can see, we enter trades here, we took it and we rode it all the way down. This one breaks but couldn't break out to the upside, but at some point it came back down and continued the trend. So which means that we are on the downside and we can take the trades to the downside and ride it to the downside. So this is very good for opening entries when the yellow line crosses the middle band, which is light blue. Then when do we exit? We exit when our candlestick crosses or ranges in the immediately after it crosses the middle, sorry, immediately after it crosses whether the lower band or the higher band and starts ranging. That's when we close our trade. So an instance is here at this point, another instance is here at this point. Market begins to range. So that's that. Another instance is here at this point where market begins to range. So all of this showed us clearly and obviously that our market is exhausted. So this is what I want to show you guys on this sentiment indicator. If you actually need it, is the newest of my strategy, which has been very, very profitable. You can DM me on my Telegram channel to get it for a token. So this is just to show you and explain to you how well it works in the market. Then I didn't talk about RSI. RSI is just a confirmation that oh, the market is selling, because immediately you see that the market breaks and the sentiment indicator gives you whether a buy or a sell. You can see that RSI is below 50%, especially at the sell level here. RSI is below. Then at the buy level, I want to see the buy level. At the buy level here, RSI is equally above 50. So to get the settings, yes, RSI is equally above 50 at this point where we are seeing buy trend. So to get the settings, just please DM me on my Telegram channel to get the settings, and it's going to work perfectly well for you. And I'm going to add extra bonus for you guys to really enjoy and to see the market at in a larger picture than this. So thank you. I hope this helps. See you guys later.